It is Monday, a good old Monday. Ooh, and if you in Nashville, this weather is doing its thing, and you see what it's done to your girl's voice. But I need y'all to come on in here and bear with me in this voice because we got a great episode. As you all know, it's Women's History Month, and this is the month that I got the heavy hitters on the show. So come on in and get everything queued on up. I know y'all like, who is this over here sitting on the couch? But you gonna find out in just a minute. Yes, get on in here. Let me take care of few little things real quick. Sorry for the delay tonight, but it's all good. You in the right place at the right time. Right. Yes. Welcome to the I Am Qiana Skills podcast, where truth meets transformation. This is the space for real talk, real people, and relevant conversations. No gossip, just gems. Before we get into tonight's conversation, let me shout out our sponsor. Ladies, are you looking for the hottest fashions and accessories? Look no further. The Closet Experience Boutique has you covered. From statement pieces to confidence-boosting classics, we don't just sell clothes, we curate experiences. Visit theclosetexperience.com and save 10% with code podcast. That's PODCAST. The Closet Experience Boutique. What's in your closet? Yes. March is Women's History Month, and all month long, I am honoring the brilliance, resilience, innovation, and impact of women. Not just the women we read about in history books, but the women making history right now. This month, I will be joined by dynamic, powerful, purpose-driven women for conversations that are empowering, motivating, and transformational. I am talking about leadership, legacy, faith, business, healing, growth, and what it really takes to show up as her, even when life tries to shrink you. Because around here, I don't just celebrate women, I amplify them. So get ready for bold conversations, authentic stories, and gems that will challenge you, stretch you, and inspire you. Tonight's episode is titled, She's Not Benched. And this conversation is for every woman who has ever been underestimated, overlooked, or told to wait her turn. Too often, the world tries to relegate women to the sidelines, to watch, to support, to shrink. But the woman I have sitting with me on the blue couch tonight, oh, she refuses to sit quietly while destiny calls her name. She's a woman who steps onto the court of life with courage, conviction, and purpose. A woman who leads when it's uncomfortable. A woman who builds even when the odds are stacked against her. A woman who understands that her voice, her vision, and her presence were never meant to be benched. Tonight, we're highlighting a woman who got up, got in the game, and is changing the scoreboard. Yeah, you heard me. She's changing the scoreboard. Because history isn't only written by the loudest voices, it's written by the women bold enough to show up and play. My guest was born and raised in Dixon County, Burns, Tennessee, to be exact. Y'all even know where that is. During her formative years, voices around her tried to write a story for her that never agreed with her destiny. Educators spoke words over her life that were dismissive, belittling, and suggested she wouldn't amount to much. And those words could have broken her spirit, but they didn't realize that they were speaking to a woman who is more powerful than those words that they try to throw at her like stones. Instead of letting those words define her, she made a decision that they would never have power over her destiny. Tonight, we are looking at the proof of what happens when a woman refuses to sit on the sidelines of her own life. She is known as the do-over coach, which stands for dedicated, unstoppable, and elevated. In 2014, after deep self-reflection, and drawing from the very life experiences meant to break her, she stepped fully into her calling as life coach, helping others rise, heal, and transform their lives. She is also a published author of Love Roll Lifetime and the co-author of Evolution of Skating Volume 3. And if you know anything about the roller skating world, then you know her name carries weight because her passion and love for skating have made her a respected and recognized presence in that community. But family, let's talk about what's happening right now. Because the woman sitting on this couch tonight isn't just changing lives through coaching. She's also making history. She is the coach of the history making Nashville Aces in the American Basketball Association. And when I say history making, I mean exactly that. This highly competitive team has just completed undefeated regular season, 19 games, 19 wins, and not a single loss, baby. Yeah, you heard me, not a single loss. They are currently number one in their division and number three in the nation out of more than 200 teams. And family, as of last night, I am proud to announce that the Nashville Aces are headed to the championship. Let's give it up for the Nashville Aces, baby. Yes, they're headed to the ship. And tonight, on the I Am Qiana Scales podcast, we are welcoming a woman who refused the sidelines, a woman who turned doubt into determination, a woman who is proving that when you stay dedicated, unstoppable, and elevated, you don't just get in the game, you change the scoreboard. Please help me welcome to the podcast the do-over coach herself, Denise Knowles. Y'all put them hand clap emojis in the chat. Yes, y'all put them hand clap emojis in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, how you doing, Denise?
I'm about to cry.
Oh, why you about to cry?
Thank you.
No,
From the most humble heart that I can have. Thank you. I mean, I was like, Lord, if she keep on talking, I'm finna be over here, makeup getting ready to be messed up.
Girl, don't make sure makeup for me, but go on and do it, girl. Go on and do it.
Oh, that was, thank you. Thank you. I'm just shook. I'm absolutely shook. Thank you, Qiana, because I begged to be on the couch. Just so you all know, I was like, Qiana, I just need to come sit on the couch.
But I wanted you here. I told you. Didn't I tell you? I be telling people, I be having a list. Yeah. Y'all, we got what we call our hit list. And we just got to get to you. But when we get to you, it's going to be all good, baby.
Yes, I'm appreciative and grateful for this moment. The things that she said. I'm sitting up here wondering, I'm like, dang, did I tell her that? But it's true. Yes, I am a native of Dickson County, Burns, Tennessee, 45 minutes west of Nashville. And moving to Nashville was like a whole new world. Even though all my life I've come to Nashville, my uncles and aunties lived in Nashville. But when I was removed from one situation to another situation, I fell in love with us.
Yes.
With us. Blessed to be cared about by some really great people.
Well, how long have you been in Nashville?
I've been in Nashville for 30 years.
Oh, well, look, you're a Nashvilleian now. So you ready to help the people, help the people.
Well, people say that. Then when I talk, they say, where are you from? And I'm like, Dickson, Tennessee. Where is that at? But again, I'm grateful. Came here 30 years ago. I always have to speak about my mentor, my friend, a powerful woman who is also running for county clerk in Davidson County, Sharon Hurt. People don't understand when I say she saved my life, but she literally saved my life.
I know some of that story because we talked a little bit about that. Yes, we did.
Yes, not so much in the capacity of me walking, talking, breathing, but she was the first person to give me the opportunity to have a professional job. I was her assistant at the Jefferson Street United Merchants Partnership. And when somebody believes in you for no reason, it shakes your soul. This woman asked me to be her assistant, and she didn't even have a budget for me.
want to back for just 1 second.
Mhm.
I want to talk about your formative years
Woo.
because every game starts with a tip off. And I want to start at that beginning when those educators spoke what they thought was life into you, but it wasn't your path and your journey. Tell us a little bit about that.
So one story that sticks to me, and I will carry it with me because it transformed.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be a memory of pain,
Okay, I can see that.
but now it's a tool of empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
In the 3rd grade,
Mm-hmm.
at Burns Elementary School, first of all, me and my brothers and 2 other kids were the only Black students at Burns Elementary School. And my
Oh,
3rd
wow.
grade teacher, I loved to color, wasn't good at it, still not
Mm-hmm.
good at it today, but in the 3rd grade, I recall we had an assignment of coloring a picture.
Okay.
And I remember her calling my name, Denise Edmondson. And she called me to her desk and she had my picture and she looked at me in front of the entire class and said, "A bear with no hands could have done a better job than you did."
Oh, wow.
A bear with no hands could have done a better job than you did. And she was going on, if you'd have took your time to do this, that, and the other. But what stuck
Mm-hmm.
with me was I knew what a bear was.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew if a bear had no hands, they couldn't do anything.
Right.
And that was the first memorable part of me feeling like I'm not good enough.
Oh, wow.
So, moving on academically, I was never the student that got a certificate for straight A's. I struggled to make B's and C's. So, if I got a C, I worked really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't, I've never been dumb, but I needed help learning. 6th grade, difficult year.
Mm-hmm.
And my 6th grade teacher told me, "Well, I hope you enjoy your summer because you're not going to get the opportunity to go to summer school, but you will see your classmates in the 7th grade hallway because you're going to be back here with me, and I'll make sure that."
So
the 6th grade.
So they retained you in the 6th grade.
In the 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
In the 6th grade. And I struggled all
From
the way through. I just struggled. Not that I didn't do the work, but I just couldn't grasp things.
And then it probably didn't help all that belittling, that small, instead of saying, you got this, you can do it. Sometimes you need those affirmations, words of encouragement.
You do.
And it sounds like you didn't get that.
And as
now, did you receive any of that in your home life?
Well, no, like my mom would help me.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom also made it to the 9th grade.
Okay.
My grandparents, maybe 2nd, 3rd grade. But they always encouraged education.
Okay.
They always encouraged that. But even with my mom, I didn't get a lot of things. I just didn't get it. However, I've always liked to write.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until I made it to the 10th grade that my 10th grade English teacher said, "You write amazing stories."
Oh, wow. So that was inspirational.
You write
You finally got that
stories.
that affirming.
But turn around my senior year, my counselor, you know how your senior counselor talks to you your
about
senior
college
year
and all that.
about college. You mean McDonald's, where she told me I would be really good at?
Wow.
Never talk of taking the ACT. Never talk of taking the SAT.
So there was no, they were just pretty much left you down by the wayside.
Yeah, it was just, and so I knew I just wasn't meant for school. I never thought about going to college. What I knew my senior year was when I graduated, I never ever wanted to go back to school.
And I could see that stigma.
Never wanted to go back to school. I knew I was going to be a mother because I was pregnant my senior year. Okay. And I just knew that I was going to marry my high school sweetheart and was going to live happily ever after. And reality set in shortly after that.
Okay, and we're going to fast forward. So life can feel like a full court press with pressure coming from every direction. So Denise, tell me, can you share a time when you feel like the pressures in your life and what helped you to change you're the game from the sideline player to getting in the game?
Literally meeting Sharon Hurt.
Okay. So
When I moved here, I was in multiple welfare to work because I was single mom. I was in mother of three by this time.
Okay, so mother of three at this time.
So I was always involved with. I never sat down, so to speak. I always worked. Just groomed that way. I always worked. Got into programs because I did want to learn more about computers and stuff, and so I made it to the Urban League.
Okay.
They had
Urban League
welfare
program.
to work, a welfare to work program, and I would be so helpful around the office. A lot of people ended up thinking that I worked at the Urban League because I would sit at the front desk and I would answer calls, and anytime they had a speaking engagement for some reason, they would always ask me to share my story, because nothing that I've gone through, as crazy and terrible and bad decisions that it might have been, that has been my therapy. My mom said I was born a talker.
Born a talker.
And I don't think that I've ever relinquished that. And so they would ask me to do speaking engagements and stuff. And so the day that I met Sharon, I didn't even meet her that day. I just remember seeing this woman that looked like me with a bad haircut, a powerful business suit on, and I felt like she just floated in because she came to talk to the interim chair at the time, and I wasn't listening to the conversation. I was just like, wow.
It was intriguing to see somebody
because
in such a position, because you're not used to seeing it
exactly
from where you're from.
The only professional women of color that I saw growing up. I had a cousin that was a bank teller forever. My pediatrician, his nurse was Black.
Okay.
And then I had a lady, Aunt Jane, that worked at the Department of Human Services. But everybody else worked at Red Cap, which was the industrial plant there. My mom, she really couldn't work due to physical issues and stuff. And so I was just like, wow, and just the attention that she commanded, just her presence. So I did overhear her say her favorite candy bar was a Mr. Goodbar candy bar. And so the next day, before I went to class, went to Kroger's on Monroe, not Germantown Kroger, on Monroe.
If you know, you know.
And I bought her a Mr. Goodbar candy bar, and I took it down to her office. And when I walked in, she said, hey, I said, I have something for you. And if you've met Sharon Hurt, this is her, and you know it. You got something for me. And I gave her the candy bar, and tears came into her eyes. And I said, well, I got to go to class. I don't want to be late. And I went down there, and a few hours passed, and I was called to the interim chair's office, and she was sitting there, and she had tears in her eyes, and she said, would you mind coming and being my office assistant? Oh, wow. Just like that.
So great players win because they have strategy. When you embrace your calling as a life coach and leader, what was your game plan for stepping fully into your purpose?
Just giving people help. I remember feeling helpless.
Oh, I can see that.
Ashamed. And once I understood that no matter what we as women go through, we're not the only, we're not the first, we're not the only, and we're not the last. And I didn't even know I was a life coach. I didn't know that it existed. It was a profession and stuff. And a godson of mine, he called me one day and he said, you need to reach out to this institute. He said, this is your calling. And I reached out to it. Radiant, shout out to Radiant Holistic Coaches.
Okay.
Because I did, and I went through the certification. And I didn't even go through the certification for the business of it. I just went through certification for the skill set, the learning what it is.
Okay.
And even after I went through my certification, it still wasn't a thought for me that this is, you can do this as a business. I just don't jump into things, you know. Um, so, but when I finally decided, and it took that, because I need to be fed some stuff, because my own guidance is not great for me. So so when I started thinking about it, and branding is a big part of anything you do.
Yes.
And so literally one day it just came to me, do. And it came to me, DUE.
DUE. Mm-hmm.
And the acronym, the timing, it represents timing, because timing, certain things at certain times, it all depends on the timing of your life or what's going on. And those things just, they came to me. And so I didn't select the do-over coach. It
selected you. Wow. Wow. Sometimes that's how things happen. They just kind of fall into our laps because it's already inside of us, and it just, boom, you got it.
And my prayer, I know God, I'm God's comedic child. Because I tell him, you know who I am, and I need to be front and center in front of my face. Don't send me no hints, because I'm not going to get it. I'm not. I need it to be like this.
That's how I be saying something. Just slap me on the head with the blessing, because, baby, I'm not going to always get it.
Yeah.
So basketball is a team sport, and leaders know when to pass the ball. How do you empower the women you encounter, as well as the male athletes you coach, to take their own shots and step into their own power?
Because I'm a natural cheerleader.
Okay, I like that, natural cheerleader.
I am. First, shout out to my brothers, Teddy and David, because they celebrated me being their little brother until they really figured out that I was a girl. So, and that was with the birth of my daughter.
He was a tomboy.
I am a tomboy at 53 years old. Football, basketball, baseball. I want to learn golf. I love sports. And I believe because, like, I was the only girl pretty much growing up. So, like, I was all my brother's friends' little brother. So I played football. I wasn't never the last one picked because I was rough. And so I just always loved sports. So I really believe that is in me. Teamwork across the board. I love connecting with beautiful, strong women. I'm so tomboyish that the guys, well, they call me Coach Auntie.
Okay, I'm just going to bring that up and say, so your Aces, your Nashville Aces team, they call you Coach
And let me clarify, I am the assistant coach. Shout out to my head coach, L.A. Allen Rogers Jr. But my start was through Jeremiah Crutcher, who is the head coach of Fisk basketball team. He brought me on as his assistant coach for the team that he was coaching at that time, because I coached recreational men's basketball for a long time. And I showed them that I knew what I was talking about when it came to sports. All that other stuff didn't matter. They saw me showing up. They saw me making moves, getting plans together for the team. So that was the proof that the guys needed. And so they respected me as such. So as time went on, the trust came, especially from the guys, because our guys hurt too. There's broken heartedness. Our guys experience wanting to love their kids, but they have to go through the mamas, like they go through divorce. And once they trust me, one particular player, one day he just came to me, he just laid his head over my lap and he said, Auntie, I'm so depressed. And first of all, calling me Coach Auntie is such an endearing thing to me. It's a compliment to me. But being around young men that can be vulnerable as well as that athlete, I'm just grateful. I'm just a vessel. I don't think that it's anything spectacular about me. I just believe that I'm at certain places and I speak a certain way, and it's because I'm a messenger.
Makes sense.
And but I don't think it's any different between the women and the men. I show myself as who I am. I don't know nothing about acting to be someone else. That would be exhausting. If I had to wake up and be somebody different every day, that would be exhausting. And I don't know how to be anybody but me. I'm loud.
Like me.
You know,
That's why we get along.
yeah,
Miss
I'm
How
trying to
we
tell
get
you.
along.
I might be sweatpants with t-shirt, or Qiana's gonna be grooming me to get me ladylike. But my personality, I'm who I am. And authenticity does mean a lot. People do appreciate it.
They do.
So,
because like I said, it's exhausting trying to be somebody else. You can't do nothing but be you at all times.
And I'm authentically country as cowboy boots. I mean, like I'm the country girl.
The country girl. Yes. So every great player knows how to guard their space. Mm-hmm. So as a woman leading in multiple arenas, mm-hmm. how do you protect your energy and barriers and boundaries while still showing up fully for your team? So one of my taglines is "you first." Okay, well, I like that. You first. A lot of time we don't put ourselves first. We do not. Mm-hmm. We are the nucleus. We are the nucleus. Especially women. Of a lot. And I think in some atmospheres when we say that, mm-hmm. people think that we're making it about us, but it's not that we're making it about us, but it's because we are the nurturers. Mm-hmm. We are the tough parent. Like we're all of these. We are the complete burrito. Yep. Not to say that other people are not, because they are. But when you look in, whether it's a single parent household, whether it's a mother and a father, like we as women, we are that nucleus. Yes. And so, like I said, I believe I present myself, mm-hmm. in the same manner. And so with that, because I my buzz is taking care of people, or being there for, so that's, mm-hmm. my buzz. But I have learned now, I will go get me a hotel for a staycation. I will say, hey, I'm out from work, I need to just speaking up for whatever that moment needs to look like for me. Yes. So, and that's something that really, really changed, because I was groomed, because you're the girl, you got to do this. And my grandparents were born in 1910, 1911. So they taught me all they, mm-hmm. knew. And so my mom battled addiction, mm-hmm. and that was my role. You don't need to play no ball. It ain't going to do you no good. You need to stay home and take care of your mom. Not because they didn't love me or they didn't want the responsibility, but that's what they knew. So very, very early, it was already ingrained in me that this is what you got to take care of other people. Take care of, even though with them it was take care of family, mm-hmm. but that grows with you to, mm-hmm. to take care. That becomes your responsibility. You hold on to it like the scarlet letter. I mean, it just becomes a part of you, and you don't even realize it. Yeah, I want to talk to the chat for a minute. So how many of you all feel like you just been groomed to just take care of other people and make yourself second? Y'all talk to me today. Yeah, we're going to talk about it, because a lot of times we don't like to talk about it, but then when we look, we're like, yeah, we were nurtured that way. Mm-hmm. And it's nothing wrong with that, but we've got to start putting ourselves first. And I talk about that a lot over here about, mm-hmm. Who cares if people say that you're selfish? Sometimes you got to be a little selfish, is what I tell people, because a broke down, you can't help anybody. Can't do nothing. Mm-hmm. But you know what, though? The thing about it is, it's not selfish. Mm-hmm. Well, people on the outside look at it like you're being selfish, it's all about you or whatever, but sometimes you got to just silence that noise and let it be about you. And it's so funny, because if you think about it, coming straight out of the womb, mm-hmm. so baby is born, and we get in the baby's face, and the baby, you'll be making the baby laugh when the baby smiles. Mm-hmm. And so what do? Oh my goodness! So instantly, that baby will do that again, mm-hmm. to get that same response. Little bitty babies. That continues. That's the first grasp of do something to make somebody else happy. That early. Mm-hmm. And it continues on. Then you get to elementary school, and you're trying to find your group of friends. Mm-hmm. And so you bring candy to Sally because she likes this candy. Then you get to middle school, you trying to find yourself, and
you and your friends, y'all dressing alike because you like that. Then you get to high school, same cycle. Then you graduate high school, you go to same cycle. You're trying to figure out what somebody else likes about you. And it's all backwards because the grooming from the beginning should be, in order for you to be the best you, you got to make sure that you're good first.
That you're good and what makes you happy.
Yes.
So every player, they love a slam dunk. They love the moment everything comes together. So what are some of your slam dunk moments that reminded you of your strength and your ability to lead?
I have to say, going back and get my degree.
Okay, come on now. Tell me a little bit about that.
I didn't want to do it.
Well, I can see why. Because of the school, I would have probably been scared from school.
And having that identity of, and it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. It's a whole different arena, but all I knew was what I experienced. And this is called school, and this is called school, so it's got to be the same
so
thing.
You put the negative connotation on both of them?
On both of them. Anything that was school. And again, Sharon Hurt, she told, can't really say what she said, but she said, I don't care what anybody told you before. You're intelligent enough and you deserve it. And I went back to school and I got my degree. And I was like, wow. Like, really? Like, I taught myself. It took me 20 years to go back to school. I was out of school 20 years before I went back. And I was like, I built up fear.
Yeah, the fear is real.
Like this over what someone said to me.
And I'm glad you didn't let it consume you.
But it did.
I mean, but it did for a long time. But what I'm saying, you didn't stay in that.
Yeah.
You let a strong Black woman come in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon Hurt. Thank you for stepping into this baby's life.
She tells me all the time, it's not that I did anything. You were just open. And I am. I'm open to learn from you. I'm open to learn from Qiana. Now I found out that I love to learn.
Yes. Let me say this. I'm going to stay in this moment for a minute, but I must say this to all my educators. Your words matter. Sometimes we say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. No.
Damage the spirit.
Yes. You got to speak life into our young people. I don't care what you really think about them. Because your words today can lead them down the wrong path tomorrow. Just if you sit there and tell somebody they're no good. So if I sit there and hear that all year long, then what am I thinking? So I might as well go ahead and like, what I'm going to school for? I'm not worthy of this education. I don't know how to do this. Sometimes if you sit a child down long enough and figure out what's going on, sometimes they just need to be heard and loved. That's it. And sometimes, like back in the day, back in your formative years, you wasn't dumb at all. You just needed somebody to sit down and probably give you a little more help. Yes. As I would call, just need a little tutoring maybe. That's probably all you needed. You didn't nobody talking down to you.
I didn't even know what tutoring was.
But if somebody just would have stepped in and said, you know what, can you stay after school an extra 30 minutes? Sometimes give these children an extra 30 minutes or 15 minutes of your time. Because that's all it takes. Sometimes they just need to be talked to. And then you get to the core of what the problem is. Sometimes it's not a learning disability. Sometimes it's just, I mean, you just don't know how to learn. Or, let's just say this. Sometimes a lot of people just don't grasp things quickly.
Yes.
And sometimes I'm like, and it's adult, like, I'm like, wait a minute, say that again. Wait a minute. We doing what now? I experienced that on some stuff. I don't always catch on, but for the most part I do. But sometimes I got to be like, wait a minute, back. No, wait a minute, what you said? And then I'll be like, okay, let me say it in my terms and call it back. I always tell people, let me call it back to you the way I'm thinking you're saying it. And then that lets me know if I have it or not. So you just have to learn people's learning styles is what I call them. We all learned it. Like, I'm a visual learner. I learned that about myself early on, baby. I'm a visual learner. You can talk to me till I'm blue in the face. But I need you to show it to me.
Yes.
So are you a visual learner?
I am a
Well,
visual
baby, that's
learner
me.
with some action with it.
Yeah, thank you.
With
Mhm.
some like, show me how to
Mhm.
let's get some
And
movement.
then let me do it, and I got it.
Yes.
That's all you got to do,
Yes.
and I'm gonna run with it every time. So even the best teams experience turnovers.
Mhm.
Can you share a time when things didn't go as planned, and you pivoted to keep moving towards your goals?
So I have great examples
Mhm.
because it was good things that came from it. And
Okay.
this is recent for the Nashville Aces.
Okay, come on.
So first and foremost, one of the ground reasons for the Aces being a team is we don't want guys to come and stay and play for us for 5 seasons. We want them to come, be showcased so they can go further.
Yes.
So this season, greatest season that we've had. This is our 3rd year in the ABA. Great season. Well, we lost three.
I'm gonna say 3 because I was gonna finish
Three
it, and I was so proud to see that.
key components to the Aces. Shout out to Jamario Rivers, Maquan Tucker, and Jaden Lockett. Beast. But they got professional contracts.
I like that. I like that y'all don't. It's not just about serving for the Nashville.
No.
It's about we want y'all to go on to be big and greater.
Yes, yes,
Y'all
because I
speaking
need my
life into
percentage.
people.
If y'all see this, I need my percentage. But so that was something that we didn't foresee back in August.
Mhm.
We know plans, the ones that want to go further, but you never know. You never know what teams or what coaches are looking at. So Jamario is in North Dakota. J-Lock is in Arkansas, and Maquan Babyface is in Philadelphia. And when I say baby, he just turned 21. So they got their contracts. So
y'all give it up in the chat. Give them some hand emojis. Yes.
So that they were some key components to our team. But we still have a solid team.
Mhm.
We still have a solid team. And they show up and show out. And we're still moving forward. And those guys, they still in the team chat. They tell us y'all better go to work, all of that stuff. So it's genuinely a family because they could very well be gone out. Well, I'm done with the Aces, but still connected. Jamario, he called me one day and I missed the call. And I didn't even know he had called. And I looked at the text message. He said, I didn't want anything. I just wanted to hear your voice.
That's because those relationships y'all have built.
Yeah. So the pivot was
that
we kept moving forward.
And I like that. Because sometimes we often think about failures like being the end of a game, like, oh, you losing these people, which that's not a failure. But I'm saying sometimes we look at things like that, oh, it's gonna ruin what we have. We built this great team. And then sometimes it's just the film review. It's that moment that you look back, you study the play, and you come back stronger. Like you had to look at the players and say, they're no longer here. We got to look at that film and say, well, who do we need to put in this spot, that spot, this spot? And look where you are now.
And
because as of yesterday, you would have been 20 games undefeated.
Come on, you made 20,
20 and baby.
But literally, we didn't even have to look at the film to see who we need to put in positions. The team just stepped up.
Okay.
It just kept going.
Oh wow.
And so
that's when you have a strong team.
Gratitude, man. Gratitude for those guys. Because like LA and I both tell them is we're on the sideline. Don't nobody coming in to see us. They don't come to the games. As much as people love me, they're not coming to see us. They're coming to see them because they are doing the work. And so just honored.
Yes, it is an honor to just have it. Like, I'm excited for you. So great teams don't just happen. They're built.
Yes.
As your team heads into the championship, how do you cultivate trust, chemistry, and the kind of mindset that helps you and your players rise above pressure and perform at your highest level?
It's already established. This is a moment that doesn't happen just because you're in playoffs. This stuff started back in August.
When the season began.
When the training camp began. And so we just keep building on what has already been the foundational piece of the Nashville Aces.
Oh, wow, I like that. So sometimes winning requires taking a shot no one else believes you can make.
Mm-hmm.
What risk have you taken in your career or personal life that truly paid off?
Getting married the second time.
Okay.
Yeah. But before my husband and I met, was the most solid ground that I was on as a single mother,
Mm-hmm.
even after going through divorce and making it through that. So my family, my friends, they saw me, oh, you're doing good. You know, you're doing good with the kids, this, that, and the third. And so when Dee and I met, when we were dating, it was okay. But then when he proposed, that's when everybody was like, man, are you sure you've just come so long?
Now, where did you meet to eat? In the skating?
Yes. We met.
I just want you to say that. Look, I
met in 2004 at the shout out to the Dog Pound Skate Crew skate party in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes. I told you this girl in the skating arena, baby. She gets around. Look, I act like I be doing some on them skates now. Hey,
that's
look,
all right. You are. If you getting that thing, you doing that, then you doing something.
I ain't been on skates in years.
We got to have a reunion.
Yeah. And I can skate backwards too. I get fancy with it, baby. But wait, remember I ain't been on skates in a minute, so. But I can't skate back. I'm gonna get back out there.
Let me know. Then we'll go.
You go on Sunday night?
Well, see, because of my basketball.
Oh, basketball! I forgot. It's
but we have a game on Saturday. Now I'm wiped out on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Just believing in us, mm-hmm. because again, I knew my family and people. I knew they loved me, and they were concerned for my well-being, my children's well-being. And I had to trust in I had to trust in God first of all.
Yes.
But I had to trust in us. And so June the 3rd will be 20 years of marriage.
Congratulations. I made 20 years last July.
Okay.
I was like, wait a minute, when was...
What's the date?
July 23rd.
Come on.
Don't try to put me on the spot.
That's the week of my birthday, so yes.
You see, I was like, wait a minute. Look, I've been together so long, I just can't keep up.
Well,
like, people don't understand it. When you've been together, it just be like, honey, I don't know.
He has it tattooed on his arms telling people this keeps me safe.
Do I need to get it? No, I don't have any tattoos. I'm not planning on getting one. I'm scared of the nigga.
Oh, Lord, I got 13.
You got 13. Y'all, I'm scared. Oh, no, hunty.
I'm looking to get my next one.
What you next?
I got so my grandchildren call me Honey.
Okay, Honey.
And so I got I had 3 grandsons, but one of my grandsons passed away. Yeah. So I have 2 dragonflies.
Okay.
One with Desmond Jr. and Kai is the little boy that passed away. Zion, who is my oldest grandson, he's on my back. But I got from the dragonflies, I have 6 honey pots with my granddaughters. Each one of my granddaughters.
6 honey pots, honey. They call you honey.
Yes, they do.
Oh, look, I'm gonna have me some grandkids. Look at me.
Rush.
I ain't. No, I'm not. I just be saying that. I ain't ready to be no bad grandma.
And it's like my grandparents.
Question is my son ready?
He gonna be like, Mom, I saw the show.
Girl, he done already told me, it's a no.
But
I said, okay, you say that now, so you meet the right person.
I have one that's a no. He Jay Sean Freedom, that's my Virgo child. And he said, I got enough nieces and nephews. I want to be the best uncle that I could be.
Oh, wow. I like that.
But I'm of course, me and my brothers, we was raised by my mom, but her parents were 100% of our life. So I feel like I had the greatest grandparents. So I think I'm all right.
You think y'all right.
But you know what? I'm not a granny grandma, though, because I'm always doing stuff. Like, I'm just... Y'all want to go to the basketball game?
I was going to say, you probably have me at the basketball game.
My oldest granddaughter, Zoe, she goes and she helps. She's the one working the admission door.
Okay, and how old is Zoe?
Zoe is 10.
Come on, 10-year-old. Go on and get them working. Zoe, tell her you need what's it, W2W, whatever it is you need. Get paid, get paid. Now, Denise, let's have some fun for a minute,
Let's
for a
do it.
moment. Look at both of us.
We've been having.
Look, me in this deep voice today.
We've
I
been-
can't even
See,
get it together.
her deep voice is just for a moment, and mine is me.
And I'm cracking up because I'm like, I'm sounding like you, this deep voice. But y'all, it'll hopefully next week my voice will be back. But I kind of like the deep, though. I kind of like it, but I feel like I'm about to go hoarse.
I like it until I call places and they be, yes, sir.
Sir. Oh, look, I was just going to say, they probably be like, yes, sir.
They do, and I be like, ma'am.
Look, I didn't mean to laugh, but I feel like that sound sounded like a man. So, okay, like I said, let's have some fun.
Mhm.
If you could create your own dream team from players across the WNBA, the NBA, the big three, who would you pick to be on your team or your roster?
Oh, the big three.
And let's take it even further. What would you name the team? What would be your mascot? And which city would it be called home for your team?
Oh, Lord. Is this past players too?
It could be anybody.
Oh.
Just
Okay, so got to go with Mike Jordan.
okay. Come
There's
on, Mike Jordan. Okay, MJ. We got MJ.
Oh, this is hard. Call me prejudiced. The late great Kobe Bryant.
Okay, Kobe Bryant. I thought you was gonna put Larry Bird in the game.
Right. I was not. I was going to say Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Okay, come on.
Well, now let me bring it up.
So Kobe,
Take
MJ.
Sit down, Magic.
Okay.
Give me Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry. Okay.
Yeah, so
Hey,
so
Stephen.
that's you said the big three. So that's my three. Forgive me, ladies. I love you women. I love the athletes. But then my dude.
You can name a few more if you had to pick some.
Cheryl Swoop.
Come on, Cheryl Swoop.
Yeah, get a starting lineup and then
give me a starting lineup. Mm-hmm.
So you at 4 now.
So Cheryl Swoop.
Mm-hmm. I like Candace Parker.
That's what. See, that's what I was getting ready to say. Candace Parker.
I like her.
Yeah.
She don't play anymore though. She.
Well, Angel. I gotta go with Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Gotta go with Angel Reese.
Come on, Angel
So
Reese.
there's Angel Reese, Stephen Curry, Michael Jordan, and the late great Kobe Bryant.
Okay, I like that. And what was the team name?
The family.
The family. Okay,
The
I like
family.
it. And what city are they gonna be housed out of?
Dixon, Tennessee.
Look at me, Nashville. You see how they do? Get on that.
No, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm just
there are people that go off to be
Mhm.
famous, and they might be from Lebanon, they might be from Chattanooga, and they're more apt to say
Nashville versus where they from.
And so, got to bring some attention to this because truly, it has been some amazing athletes in Dixon County, but the way that the authoritative people are in Dixon, they never get a shot. My oldest brother actually graduated with a young man. I ain't gonna call his name, but the 49ers came to watch him play high school football.
Wow.
And the coaches never did anything to help him. And that's the way that it is. And so it's a lot of athletes there. And even if I can be a part of getting some of those athletes to come and play ball at the Aces, I would love to do that.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, reach back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love it. So when you think about women who have paved the way in history, whether in sports, business, or leadership, who do you draw inspiration from and why?
Oh my God, Maya Angelou.
Oh, yes.
And let me tell you why. I was blessed to be from here to the door and hear her speak. I went on a conference, a Tavis Smiley conference in Chicago. And it was, I met Senator Barack Obama.
Come on.
Tavis Smiley, Qiana Van Zandt, Maya Angelou, Magic Johnson. They were all at this conference. And Maya Angelou's presence was so, it made you feel like you was doing this before she even opened her mouth.
Because she commands that. Some people have that aura about them that you just like. You just sit up automatically.
Oh, and that's how I, on the edge of my seat, And even, you know, when you see people on television, you don't really think about their stature. And that lady was over 6 foot tall. And at this point, she this was when she was on a walking stick, and so she sat on a stool. But when that lady opened her mouth, I know my soul shook. And again, little old girl from Dixon, Tennessee, is looking at this woman, this world renowned part of history. Wow. So definitely that moment, Maya Angelou.
I can see that. Oh yes, it will always be in your memory bank and in your heart.
Girl, like even just thinking about it, like
I already know. So finally, for every woman listening who feels like life has benched her, what's your game-winning advice to help her get back on that court, to step into her power and to take her shot?
You first. Take a step back. Do whatever you need to do. If that means a staycation by yourself, do that. If that means a ride in your car, do that. If that means going to your sister and crying on her shoulder, do that. Nobody knows what we need like we do. And we need to feel encouraged.
Yes, we do.
To take a step back and put you first.
When you said that, I don't know why this is running through my head. It just started wanting me to say, nobody knows the trouble I've been through. Nobody knows the trouble and the pain I have endured or seen. Yes.
But that's
Put
it.
you first.
You first. By any means.
Yeah.
By any process. You first.
Denise, I can't thank you enough for being here, sitting on the blue couch, sharing your story, your wisdom, your unstoppable energy. Because, baby, you got it. You are the perfect example of inspiration.
Thank you. It comes from you. It comes, a lot of people always speak of my energy, and they think that I'm joking, but I get it from my surroundings. And I even had to learn that process of you just can't expose yourself to any kind of person.
Oh, no.
And, you know, I hear people, especially women, say, I got one or two good friends, but some kind of way God made me to have a sisterhood that is phenomenal. And I always get from people, you know, everybody. But when I think about my sisters, I am so grateful for whatever reason he made me to be what I am, because I have women that are strong around me. I have women that are strong but allow themselves to be vulnerable and say, I'm having a messed up day. So I'm just so grateful to all of my sisters around me. All of y'all, all of my sisters around me.
And we talked about that last week, about that sisterhood, that Ruth and Naomi type of sisterhood. Yes, it is needed.
And it's there. Even, you know, society paints a picture different, but just because we disagree, that don't mean that we disconnect.
No.
I mean, everybody's entitled to have their view, but we can agree to disagree and still love each other and never miss a beat. You call me, I'm coming.
Yes, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
If you gonna let one slight disagreement ruin everything, then we wasn't joined together to be friends in the first place.
But I just feel
something
like
is not aligned in their relationship if that happens.
I just believe that is showcased more than what it really is, than what we really have. Because what we have is special.
It is. So tell the people how they can keep up with you, the Nashville Aces. Tell them all that good stuff.
Okay, Nashville Aces. All social media, the Nashville Aces. You can find us all over Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. To find me on Facebook, I am Do-Over Coach Denise, and I'm also Denise Edmondson Knowles. You can reach me on all my platforms are just that. You can call me. If you need to reach out to me by phone, you can reach me at 629-333-9947. You need to send me an email, THE.DUEOVERCOACH undefeatednashvilleaces@gmail.com, or you can reach out to Qiana.
Yes.
And she can get
And we don't have any free tickets. Now, I'm going to tell you that then. Don't send us them emails. Go out there and purchase your ticket if you want to go somewhere.
$12 for the game. All
I had to
kids.
make it clear because, baby, we don't
And
need no
where
bad
is
message.
the game?
Where's the
Okay.
game? Mhm.
All of our games are free to kids,
Okay,
to youth.
okay.
Admission's $12. Our games are located at Barefoot Republic Community Center. That's 15354 Old Hickory Boulevard. It used to be the old YMCA on the grounds of Christ Church. We have a game this Saturday, the championship game, and I will be out of town. I'll be in Wichita, Kansas. So I need you to show up this Saturday at 6 p.m.
Yes, 6 p.m. this Saturday. Barefoot Republic
Barefoot Republic Community Center.
And give what's the address again?
15354 Old Hickory Boulevard.
All right, you heard it here. And I have to give a shout out to our sponsor, the Closet Experience Boutique. Ladies, if you want statement pieces, confidence boosting classics, and experiences that make you feel unstoppable, head to theclosetexperience.com and use code podcast, that's PODCAST, to save 10%. What's in your closet? Theclosetexperience.com. Now let's get into this real talk. Your voice matters. Your vision matters. Your presence matters. And if you've been waiting for permission to step up, here's the truth. You don't need it. The sidelines are not your destiny. History isn't just made by the loudest voices. It's made by the women bold enough to show up even when it's uncomfortable, even when people doubt you, and even when the odds are stacked against you. So tonight, I should say, I want you to ask yourself, are you sitting on the sidelines because someone told you to, or because fear has had too much power over you? Real talk, fear is heavy, doubt is loud, but neither of them has to control your next move. Somebody gonna catch that in a minute. You have to decide, are you staying benched or are you getting in the game? Sis, it's your turn. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Sis, it's your turn. Step up, take the shot, lead with courage, build with intention, show the world what happens when a woman refuses the sidelines. It's time to play game and play the game your way, on your terms, and leave a legacy no one can bench. Let's keep helping the people help the people. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the I Am Qiana Scales YouTube channel for more real talk, real people, and relevant conversations. No gossip, just gems. This isn't just a podcast. It's a whole movement, a safe space, a healing zone. And I want you in the room every single time I go live. See you next week. It's